In 12th standard there is one more practical, that is to determine the functional group of the given organic compound. In this experiment one sample is given and from that sample we have to determine functional group. In 11th standard we studied different functional groups and based upon that functional group there is a classification. Okay. So first of all we will see what is functional group. Functional group is nothing but an atom or group of atoms bonded together in a unique manner so as to form a compound and represent its properties. This is very important. Based upon the functional group, compounds are having different properties. We studied up till now alkyl halide, that is Rx. When X is chlorine, bromine or iodine or fluorine, then based upon that alkyl halide is having its unique properties. Then we studied alcoholic group, that is dash OH, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol. Then we studied phenolic, that is AROH, means when there is an aromatic ring attached to OH, then that is phenolic. Then in the next chapter we studied aldehyde group, then the ketone, carboxylic acid. Aldehyde functional group is dash C double bond OH. In ketone, that is carbonyl functional group is important, dash C double bond O dash. To this functional group, if at both the ends there is CC, means there is RR, then that is ketone. And if to this end there is R and another end is H, then that is aldehyde. Then next is amino group. Amino group is nothing but dash NH2. One more functional group with the carbonyl compound is ester, that is dash C double bond O dash O, and then here it is R. So this is our ester functional group. And now we are going to see all these functional group with their specific properties in a laboratory to find out different functional groups with the different chemical reactions. So we are going to determine chemical properties of these functional groups and then we can say these functional groups are present in unknown organic compound. So now we are going to start practical. One by one we are going to do test for that. Determine the functional group. Apparatus required is very simple. Just one test tube stand, few test tubes are there and we require one test tube holder. Okay. So we are going to use one test tube for each reaction. So this is our first reaction to determine carboxylic acid group. For that, such type of huge tube is given, the big one as compared to this one, and sample is given which is unknown. We have to find out which functional group is present in this unknown compound. And then first we have to make a paper spatula like this, take little quantity of the given sample, pour it into the test tube and you have to use reagent, that is saturated sodium bicarbonate. You have to add few drops of sodium bicarbonate. See here, when we are going to see effervescence like this, then we are going to say like here it is carboxylic acid, that is dash C double bond O OH group is present. See again, brisk effervescence, this is our observation, brisk effervescence, then inference is dash C double bond O OH group is present. If there are no brisk effervescence like this, then carboxylic acid group is absent. Hello students, now next compound is this pink flex form compound is given, which is again unknown. We have to find out the functional group from this compound. Okay. So originally this compound is like this. It is in pink shade and it is in the flex form. Okay. But to increase the reactivity we have to make a fine powder like this. See the difference, this is in the flex form and this is in the powder form. So when we are going to find out functional groups, we have to do test one by one. So first test, just whatever we done, that is the test for the carboxylic acid. First of all we have to do that test, and for that again here I am going to take little quantity of the given sample in clean test tube, and I am going to add sodium, saturated sodium bicarbonate, and now we are going to see whether brisk effervescence we are going to observe or not. See, there are no brisk effervescence. There are no brisk effervescence. See, no brisk effervescence. Nothing is happened over there. See here. It is just sodium, saturated sodium bicarbonate added into that pink given compound. No brisk effervescence. Means carbonyl, that is the dash C double bond OOH carboxylic acid group is absent. Now we have to go for the next test. Next test is that the given sample or the given organic compound plus water plus ferric chloride FeCl3 solution, that is neutral FeCl3 solution. So here it is the sample, the given organic compound. We have to add water, okay, dissolve this or mix this given sample in water and then add FeCl3 solution, that is neutral FeCl3 solution. Neutral FeCl3 solution, and shake it well and check the color, shake it well, okay. See now here, which color we are going to see? This is little bit, color is changing now. We will add few drops of ethyl alcohol. And see the color. Based upon which compound is given, colors are different. Sometimes we can see violet color, sometimes we can see green color, sometimes we can see blue color, sometimes we can see red color, any one from that. Now here it is light green color, yellowish green color. See now here, this is yellowish green color, and if the color is there from all these four, then we can say phenolic group AR-OH is present. AR-OH is present. Means first we did test for carboxylic acid group. There is no brisk effervescence. We have to write in observation no brisk effervescence. Inference carboxylic group absent. Second test, observation table, you have to write light green color, then inference phenolic group is present. Now next organic compound, which is again unknown to us. Now we have to check whether there is carboxylic acid group is present or their aromatic alcohol, that is our phenolic group is present, or their aldehydic group is present. The next group is the aldehydic group. So we will go one by one. We will start with the carboxylic acid group test, that is given substance, a little quantity of the given substance, and then we are going to add saturated sodium bicarbonate. Up till now we know that if the carboxylic acid group is present, then observation is brisk effervescence. So check where there are brisk effervescence are present or not. See, I am adding saturated sodium bicarbonate, there is no brisk effervescence, means carboxylic acid group absent. So we have to go for next test, and next test is for phenolic group, and for that phenolic group we have to take little quantity of the given sample. Then we are going to add little quantity of water, dissolve that given sample in the water, mix it well. It is organic compound, so it is not completely soluble in water. Then add few drops of ethyl alcohol, and then add neutral FeCl3 solution, neutral FeCl3 solution, and check the color. Check the color. This is not violet, blue or green coloration. See here, no violet, no blue, no green coloration, means phenolic group is absent. Now we have to go for the next test. For this next test, there are two choices. One, we can use Schiff's reagent, another one is we are going to use Tollin's reagent. But now in our laboratory, Schiff's reagent we are not going to use, we are going to use Tollin's reagent, and for that we have to prepare Tollin's reagent. Now how to prepare Tollin's reagent? We have to take little quantity of silver nitrate. This is our silver nitrate, a little quantity of the silver nitrate. Then we have to add few drops of NaOH, few drops of NaOH. Okay, here it is PPT formed. Now we have to add liquor ammonia to this mixture, and this PPT is going to dissolve. So I am now going to add liquor ammonia, this liquor ammonia, or you can add NH4OH, liquor ammonia or NH4OH. See now here, PPT dissolved, the complete PPT is dissolved now here. Okay. Now this is our Tollin's reagent. We prepared here Tollin's reagent. Now we are going to add our given sample. This is our given sample. We have to add this given sample. Okay. And now we gently warm this solution. We gently warm this solution, and we are going to see what is going to happen. This Tollin's test is also known as silver mirror test. What do you mean by silver mirror? In this reaction to prepare Tollin's reagent, we added silver nitrate, and that silver, from that silver nitrate, silver is going to deposit inside the test tube, inside the test tube on the wall. Okay. And so when it is going to deposit on that wall, there is formation of mirror like surface, mirror like surface. See here, after warming this solution, see here, here it is mirror like surface is formed. Silver is deposited inside the test tube. You can see your face. See now, this is just look like a mirror. So this is known as silver mirror test. Tollin's reagent when we are going to use to determine aldehydic functional group, this is also known as silver mirror test. See now here. See everywhere on the wall of this test tube, inside the wall of the test tube, silver is deposited, and it just look like a mirror. So this is known as silver mirror test.